Giants at Packers. I'm almost surprised you didn't take the Giants in the 6-pack. I feel like that would have kind of been on brand for you. But what are your thoughts on this game? Giants in London. I still don't know if we know who's playing quarterback for the Giants. I think Jones is pushing to play. Taylor's in the protocol. Rodgers coming off and against the spread loss, which he, failed to cover last week. Great call by you. This has been a money spot for him. He is, now I can't find the number. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, so Rodgers coming off a loss against the spread. The next week, he is 48, 24, and 1, 67% against the spread. So for anyone that likes trends, this is clearly supporting Rodgers. And the London favorites since 2009, 19 and 10 against the spread, 66%, although the Vikings did not cover in the spot last week. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Giants here, but I got to get more information on who's going to play. Daniel Jones, look, he was moving around okay. I thought he was definitely going to be out this week, but he was moving around okay today. So I think he's going to play. They didn't sign another quarterback of the guys they brought in, which is a pretty good sign. But I also want to see who's going to be available for them from a pass catching perspective.
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Tony gets
Tony and Wandale
gets ruled in.
Yeah,
they
both practice, so it's a good sign that they're practicing Wednesday. That would lead me to believe that they're tentatively due back. No, like now it's Daboll, so he might play them for 2 snaps each. Like, you can't predict this.
So, and also I want to see who's available for the Packers. Like they have some line injuries, but on the secondary, like Alexander groin injury, Packers very conservative with their and they have a bye next week. So Jair Alexander dealing with a groin, Amos and concussion protocol. They're starting safety, so there's a lot of uncertainty here. Packers offense is not the same right now. They are not throwing the ball downfield. They are relying on the run way too much on neutral situations because it's just not. Their offensive line hasn't been great. And by the way, Daniel Jones 10-0 against the spread as a dog away from home of under 9 points. He just finds a way to keep these games close, and I think him and Saquon can do that against this run D. This Packers run D. I mean, they're dead last in line yards on the defensive line. The Packers D 31st in rush success rate. We saw the Patriots with backup quarterbacks and limited weapons control the clock as a dog. That was one of the reasons I bet the Patriots last week. And the Giants offense, their rush offense, 7th DVOA so far this year. Blocking better and run schemes. Barkley's been great. You also have the legs of Jones, and you have better play calling. So yeah, I think that Jones, if he's healthy, but it's like I don't know. We'll see what the reports are tomorrow. I'll be looking at the Giants here. I don't think this line will ever go under 7. It could go over 10 if like Jones gets ruled out, and then you have who the fuck is the
Davis Webb
going to be in there? Davis Webb. Then the line will go over 10, but I think it'll probably hang in this dead range. So I'll wait to see some more statuses. But I'm leaning Giants here on the back of their run game. And by the way, underdogs in games with an over under below 42. So totals 42 or below. And this is right around there. I don't know where it's going to end up closing, but underdogs obviously more valuable in those games. 95, 60, and 4 against the spread since 2018. So yeah, it's definitely tempting against this Packers offense. It's still trying to find itself with a bad run D in a low scoring game. It's pretty tempting to want to take the 8 points with a quarterback who always just, they'll lose by 3 somehow.
Yeah, it's, I think there's been, like you said, some positive news regarding Jones because the line is down to 7.5 at FanDuel. The total also down to 40.5. So everything's just kind of going down. But I would say this, if you do bet on the Giants, because Daniel Jones is playing, you want to be sure that he's going to be able to actually use his mobility, because he wanted to get back in the game last week, and eventually they had to do it as a decoy just because they had no quarterback. But there was a game, I believe it was not last season but the year before, where he had hurt an ankle and then he came back, but he was just like, he wasn't his usual self, and he was just like a sitting duck in the pocket, and it was a disaster. And then he got hurt again on top of all that. So you do want to be sure that he's like actually good and not just like, I don't want to lose my job it's my contract year, good. Like, so that's what I'll say about that.
By the way, yeah, I just got looked at back on my text that my friend who's close to the Giants says he's fine mobility wise, and this line is coming down.
Yeah.
So I stand corrected. Maybe it'll come down more. I'm going to bet it smaller right now myself, +8.